Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, Dr. Marwan. How are you?
Good morning. Hi, how are you?
Thank you so much. If you don't mind, can we just wait a couple of more minutes and then we can start?
Sure, no problem.
Okay, thank you so much. Thank you. Assalamu alaikum. Good morning, everyone, again, and welcome on our webinar. Thank you so much for joining us today. Today, we will have Dr. Marwan Abu Abaid from Turner Construction International. He's the Digital Transformation Lead, and he will start with his presentation. For those who are new on our webinar, after his presentation, if there is an interest, I can talk a little bit about our UAE chapter and the membership options and benefits. Please note that this webinar will be recorded. Dr. Marwan, if you are ready.
Yes, I'm ready, and thank you. Good morning, everybody. Thanks to Dubai Municipality for having me today in this webinar. As an introduction, my name is Marwan Abu Abaid. I am the Digital Transformation Lead for Turner Construction International / Turner International Middle East. And I have over 20 years of experience in the construction industry. I have a PhD in construction management from UK, Heriot University. I have certificate in driving digital strategy from Harvard University and a certificate in digital transformation from MIT. As well, I am member of the Federal Committee for Smart Construction Guidelines for UAE government and as a board member for Society of Engineers Digital Chapter in UAE and member in the Center of Research, Center of Excellence in Smart Construction, which is a research center based at Heriot University, board member for the Civil Engineering School in the American University of Sharjah. I would like to share my screen now. Can everyone see my screen?
Yes, thank you so much. We can see it.
Right. So today's presentation, we're going to talk about building information modeling, integrating it with the smart construction technologies and Industry 4.0 solutions, the need, the practice, and the future. This is my bio, which I just briefed, and this is the agenda for topics we are going to discuss today. The challenges of construction industry, the lean construction, and what's BIM, why BIM, and the process versus tool, and Industry 4.0 technologies, Internet of Things, blockchain technology, and integrating blockchain to the construction sector, as well as futuristic construction technologies. To start with, I believe anybody working in the construction sector fully realizing the challenges the sector is going on. The construction sector is a key player in the global economy and the gross domestic production for any nation, yet it's been criticized for its poor performance. And I believe the information I'm going to say in this slide is well known for everybody who is practicing the construction. The low productivity versus other industries such as manufacturing, the schedule delays and cost overrun according to McKinsey report. More than 70% of construction projects either delayed or overrun the budget. Great waste, one of the greatest waste generator, quality concerns, the second worst working environment according to United Nations. According to United Nations report, the worst working environment is mining sector, but construction comes as a second worst working environment. It's not very attractive. All of that will lead definitely to a lack of client satisfaction. And all of this will make the new generation less attracted to work in the construction sector. Statistics in UK showing a significant reduce in the number for students admitting civil engineering schools and architectural schools in the United Kingdom. So that's raising a red flag that the whole industry and the practice is not very attractive for the new generation for severe concerns. I believe everybody are very familiar for this heat map showing where the construction at the bottom of the digitalization is coming right after agriculture and hunting, so I will not spend time on it. This is a well-known information and report published and used in many occasions and conferences. But I want to show also some examples of well-known landmark projects which gone through trouble. The upper left corner showing I'm just using the laser pointer. The upper left corner showing the San Francisco Oakland Bay Bridge, which has been 5 years delayed. And on the upper right corner, you can see this is the tunnel between UK and France. It's 1 year late, but actually 5 billion over budget. That's literally double the budget of the project itself. Although despite all the best engineers involved in the project and masterminds, but yet challenges happened and doubled the budget for such iconic project. Another example from the Scottish Parliament and the British Library. And this is one of the most recent examples, actually. This is the new airport in Berlin, which been over 9 years of delay. It was opened just recently, last November, I think. And that's happening in Germany, in Berlin. It's the new image for the government for the new airport, but it's faced over 9 years of delay in the construction. So that's showing an indication of how challenges in construction is not different from it's not related to a certain portion or parts of the world. It's actually a global and holistic issue. Because construction industry is one of the key players in the economy, as I mentioned earlier, that's why there have been detailed researches and investigation done. The most famous one is by Sir Egan in 1998 by UK government. It's called Rethinking Construction. In that report, Sir Egan introduced for the first time the principles and concept of lean construction. Lean principles being early adopted by Japanese car manufacturing Toyota. The lean principles was first in 1950s by scientists, but then the early adopters was Japanese car manufacturing Toyota. It's about optimizing the whole life cycle of the asset, regardless whatever the asset. So once we design an asset, during the initiation and designing, we have to consider the efficiency of delivering and building that one. We have to consider the efficiency of operating that one, and in the future even demolishing. So this is the lean construction basic principle. There is a lot of talks and discussions about lean. You can go further for it, but this is the principle. So optimizing, cutting the waste, and the waste could be also time, efforts and time spent for that. And the second point for recommendation from Sir Egan report, Rethinking Construction, is taking full advantage of IT and new technology. We have seen that chart from McKinsey showing how the construction is really at the bottom of the heat map for adapting new technologies and developing the people and culture to facilitate above. There are other conclusions from Sir Egan report, of course, but I picked only the 3 relevant to our presentation today. So in the principles of lean working, it's the approach of